Hello, everybody. Welcome to the pod. It's Christian Joy, and I wanted to share more about my body journey. Like everybody, this is like this theme I've been noticing in a lot of people, and I don't know that anybody survives or not survives, but has figured out the body journey, like what their relationship with it is. Should I be thin or should I just like accept myself for who I am? This is just the way my body is genetically, or um, stop shaming themselves for not doing enough about their body, or like whatever it is for you. My body journey has been since I was a young girl. I was always considered bigger, bigger person. And And I'm like coming back to that phase in my life where I'm starting to, like, in this journey of like giving my body what it needs. Like, oh, I'm hungry, I should eat. Despite, like, I used to not eat a lot and still be quote unquote heavy for my height or like my size. And it, like, I couldn't wrap my brain around that. Like, it didn't fucking make sense. I don't eat a lot. Like the days that I wouldn't eat a lot, and then I would be fucking famished. So like starving myself was not an answer. Not at all. So this journey of learning how to eat and take care of my body, it's such a learning curve, right? So now I'm on the point where I'm just like nourishing my body and giving it what my brain or my body wants. Because sometimes you do need that sweet thing for whatever, if you're having like an emotional day or whatever. I'm not trying to demonize any kind of food. It's just what is the relationship, the food and body relationship between me and these two things, because they go hand in hand. And I'm at the point because I set an intention and a goal years ago that I was like, I really want to build muscle. I want to see what I can do with this body. I want to see what's possible. And that idea really excited me. But learning how to lift on my own has been it's been a challenge. Like, I used to have a trainer at one point, and I still didn't figure out like the nutrition piece of it. He was just teaching me how to exercise. And I was like, I was starting to get the body that I wanted, and I was like, ooh, that's like actually really fucking cool. Like, this exercise thing does work when done in a particular way. Um, the way that, and I only wanted, like, one of the things I said to him is like, I want to do something fun for me. And now that was like years ago, like I want to say like 7 years ago now. And now I'm at the point where like I want to learn how to, not need, I want to learn how to nourish my body properly. And this might trigger some people, but I gained a lot of the weight back that I was losing, but I haven't been as active as my trainer was having me be active. Like, the way he taught me how to lift wasn't something that was sticking in my brain just yet. I'm still learning. I'm still making mistakes, learning the process. And now that I'm in this space, this is really interesting. The universe works in really weird and interesting ways. And Like when you surrender to and allow yourself to notice and listen to what's going on around you, like your current reality, being present with what you have now. So my partner's sister moved in, and she's a big, like, she moved in for college, and she's a big lifter. She loves lifting. She's all about like nutrition and lifting and all that stuff. And whenever I have a chance, I jump at the moment to go with her to go to the gym. And now I'm finally getting to that place where like, oh, I can go to the gym by myself. Like it's not hard for me to go to the gym. Like starting is the hardest thing. Like getting from point A to point B where you're inside the gym and stepping through the doors, usually the hardest part for most people if they've never built that muscle inside of them to create this habit. And it's back to how do we create new habits? Back to that stat I shared a couple episodes ago that if we play, it only takes 10 to 20 repetitions to learn or develop a new habit. Well, when we were kids, what were we doing when we were playing? We were playing with other people. We were doing things with other people. And when we see somebody and do things with other people, doing the same things or the things that we want to do too, it's really like you're learning, you're imprinting your brain to learn a new, um, you're creating a new neural pathway for play, for creating this habit for going to the gym and exercising. So the act of getting to the gym, I say that's the hardest part is because when you watch all those apps, because your brain doesn't know the difference between like what's like present reality right in front of, like in your physical space and versus what's on a computer screen. So you can easily like work out at home and stuff like that. But some people like feel that it's easier to work out at a gym setting. Because when you're home, you're like at home. It feels like home. Like this is the place where I rest. Because your nervous system is primed for knowing this setting, this energy of this space is for rest and relaxation and chilling. And that's why the gym is so helpful, or like being around other people that are doing the same thing as you. I'm saying all that is because the missing piece to getting you to the gym is having somebody model outside. Like somebody needs to make these videos today, now that I'm talking about it. Like come to the gym with me videos. Like you're physically walking to the gym and driving in your car and then you're at the gym. Like have that video so you're like, oh, your brain see somebody else doing it. Like I can do it too. Like you gotta like this day and age, like we have to trick our brains into doing something by like doing things like this, seeing it in videos, seeing other people model it, if we want to be new and better versions of ourselves. So somebody needs to make a video. If anybody's listening to this, somebody needs to make the video, or maybe I should just do it since I'm talking about it, of getting into the car, driving to the gym, and then walking through the doors. And so that people can like, it's like it'll feel like you're walking in with somebody. Um, Maybe I should. It sounds so fucking silly, but that's how our brains work. I'm like, honest to God, like now that I've been to the gym so many times with my partner's sister, like I have no qualms about going to the gym by myself now because I've practiced the act of hopping out, getting ready to go to the gym, going through the door, getting into the fucking car, driving to the gym, getting out of the car, and then going to going inside of the doors of the gym. That's why your brain thinks it's so hard to start. You haven't practiced each step of fucking getting there. And I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous, but this is how the neuroscience of how our brains works. It's so stupid. But I'm like being so honest. This is really the answer of why we have a struggle about why we are struggling to go to the gym. So maybe I'll make that on my TikTok. Um, get ready to go to the gym with me. That is hilarious, but I think I'll do it. All right, you guys. Um, oh, it's only like 10 minutes. What else do I want to talk about? I want to make it 20-minute episodes. Um, oh, you guys, I see a beautiful cat over here. This neighborhood is littered with stray cats, and I fucking love it because I don't know if you guys know this already, but I fucking love cats. You're welcome to just send me any cat meme that you come across to me on any of the socials. I'm on Blue Sky, TikTok, Instagram, and Substack, and whatever whatever else platform I'm on. Oh, we're talking about the body journey. This is how an ADHD brain works in real time, you guys, is that you lose train of thought, you start talking about cats, and then you start talking about, oh wait, I was talking about, we didn't get to the food part. So back to the body journey. Food. So while I'm like learning about like when I was learning about exercise and nutrition with a trainer, I was like at the very beginnings of it. I was consuming a lot of content from this podcast. I actually um I still love their content. It's like the true facts about nutrition and wellness because like the industry like because of marketing for sales for profit had to like botch a lot of truths to make a sale. So that's why we have a lot of shitty information out there. So these guys, I've been following them since like 2017. Um, and I don't know that I could necessarily like, I haven't listened to them in a while, but I don't necessarily like vibe with their ideals. But I love their fitness information. It's very good information. And I'll put them in the show notes. It's Mind Pump Media. And I love their the information. It's really good, solid fitness, nutrition, supplement information. And I was binging their podcast, going to the trainer. I was like bare bones in the beginning of learning something I know fucking nothing about. I just knew that this is where I needed to go because what I knew before was not working. Like I knew nothing about nutrition even after being a nurse and take that as a sign that people in allopathic medicine know like jack shit about nutrition. And that's probably, I feel like in the wellness space, it's a very widely known fact that um, people in Western medicine don't know a lot about nutrition. So go to people who are um, trainers, trainers that you trust, and nutritionists. Um, and a lot of that information, everything that I was learning, like I was learning a lot, but I wasn't able to like put it into action. I was still in that phase of like shitting on myself for not doing better or why can't I do the thing? Why can't I just go to the gym 3 times a week? Like those thoughts, like, oh, why can't I eat that thing? Oh, I ate that thing. Fuck, I'm such a piece of shit. Like, I ate that dessert. I'm gonna get fat, blah, 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 all the things. So I'm in that part of my fitness journey, and one of the things that they teach is like it's better to be um at a what's the opposite of calorie deficit? Like the opposite of calorie deficit because you won't be able to build the body that you want from deficit. Meaning don't starve yourself. Don't restrict your calories, especially the calories that help you, the minimum calories that allow you to function every day. So for the nutrition piece, I've gained like this, especially this time where I've been off of work. I'm like learning to be active, learning to move through my daily life where I am not tethered to a 40-hour week job where I would walk a lot. I had to learn how to walk in a different setting, which is the neighborhood. So, or the gym on a treadmill. And and that's where like my weight came back. It's because I wasn't walking as much. Like as a nurse working like 12-hour shifts, you're on your feet a lot and you can get to 10K steps quite easily. And that being said, I'm learning how to eat. And one of like the simplest things you can do when you're stepping into new way of healthy lifestyle is like the simple things. Drink more water, drink less like sugary drinks, replace it with water instead, or move in that direction. Start being more active. And it's as small as just like walking outside, and it could just be, or walk around your house if you don't want to outside. Walk around your house more and do chores. There's this thing called N.E.A.T, which is, I forget what the acronym means, but it's basically moving around your house and doing chores or whatever it is that you do, like go to the store and like go grocery shopping or something, or like folding clothes, walking around doing laundry, washing dishes, cleaning the house. That burns a lot of like fat through just like normal activities of daily living. So, and I had to and remind myself and what do I want to say? That just because, like my scale, where I am on my scale, now that I'm like really getting into the habit of going to the gym, the scale is only showing me like it's not really moving that much. It's staying at a certain weight. And I'm like, cool, I'm like lifting, I'm being more active every day. That number is not really going to move much when you're building muscle because muscle weighs more than fat. So I have to keep that in mind. In fact, I stopped looking at the scale for the good part of the last 2 years. And it was only more recently that I noticed, I was like, oh shit, I did really gain a lot more weight. And another thing I want to say is I'm a little bit different the way I see myself in the mirror. I actually, so you know how they have, and please anybody tell me if you resonate with this, because I always hear the other story and I'm just like, that's not me. I'm a little bit more optimistic. And you know how they have it, what is it called when you have like body dysmorphia? Okay. I kind of have that, but in a different way. Like I see this is really weird. This is I guess this is how highly I think of myself, or how much I don't even know what it is that's happening in my brain. I haven't found any content yet to support why I see myself this way in the mirror, but I don't see myself as fat or larger than I am. I actually see myself skinnier than I am, so I don't realize I am as thick as I am. I hope that makes sense. Like I'm the opposite of body dysmorphia. I'm like when I look in the mirror, I'm like, damn girl, looking great. Which is probably like an awesome problem to have, actually. So, and I don't know if that is the side effect of me working on my inner shit talker. the part of me that it's funny that I'm sharing this on the pod. I've never shared and to that like that detail about the way my brain works and how I view myself in the mirror in a very long time. Or I never shared that detail ever. I used to be the person who talked about like, oh, I hate looking in the mirror. I look so fat. Now I'm like, I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh my God, wow. So, and that's not, and I think some people might think like, oh, she's like, she might not want to do anything. She thinks she's fabulous in the mirror. I'm still striving for the possibility of what my body can look like because I'm obviously not seeing muscle. I'm not seeing muscle, even though I feel like I look quote unquote skinny or thin or like thick in the right spot, whatever the fuck words. Like, I'm noticing, like, I know that I'm like, I don't have the six pack or the muscle, the definition of muscle in my arms that I want. And I'm still striving for that goal that will come in the future. And I'm really excited about that because, like, how many of us have been inspired through shame? How many have been inspired through guilt to make moves for their health and wellness and aesthetics, pleasing aesthetic, quote unquote, pleasing aesthetics for their body? Like, everybody has. If you lived in a modern society that made money off of you feeling shitty about yourself, we have all been programmed, like in these first world countries have been programmed in that direction to see viewing the thinness as elite. So, and now that I'm in this space where I'm like I'm loving my body where it is, and I still want to see what it's capable of because I'm only getting older. And I see all these older people doing really fucking cool things. I was like, I wanna grow old and keep fucking doing really cool things. Like, I don't wanna like bend down to the narrative that like I'm old and done, like live the rest of my life. There's like nothing else for me. Like, no, no, fuck that. Like, there is so much more to do in life, and we have all the time in the world to do it. We just have to start here and now by being here and now, being present, and notice where we are in the moment. Be honest with where we are in the moment. And that's another like podcast, like wormhole conversation, is like how easy it is not to be in the moment. I'm reading The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and Eckhart Tolle, I always forget how to say his name. Powerful book, powerful author, beautiful energy and voice, so heart-centered, and such a soulful person. And I realized that I I still to this day, even though I've gone through the spiritual journey, have the habit of not being here in the now. So now it's like, be here now so I can take actions for my future and let go of the patterns of my past. Oh, so good. All right, you guys. I'll see you on the next one. I'll end it right here. Bye.